Recording was paused. Sorry, you guys. If I'll pull that up and I mean, I'm sorry. If you still have any problems, don't have a problem, reach out to me and I'll try to do a Zoom with you individually and walk you through it.
Okay, and then I
Because
did see
the
about
Apex, the information is inside of Apex. So when you sign up for the TradeAvit account, it's at the bottom, but she did a video on her and Jay, I believe her and Jay did a video, or Jay did a video, and he shows you how, once you sign up for TradeAvit, how to log on to once you sign up for Apex, how to log on to TradeAvit.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that. And then I noticed, just a heads up, I think Nina was the one who said she was having trouble with the buffering. I had to go to Safari to make mine work. It's still buffering today on Google Chrome. So
Oh,
just,
wow. Okay. So I'm going to have a meeting today with our IT team about that. A lot of times when it buffers, you just can hit the refresh and it'll go out, or you log back in and log back in, log out and log back in, and it'll come back. But if not, just let us know, and then I'll do it. Try to do a meeting with you guys
okay.
to
Safari is
walk
working,
through
so
that.
I'm
But
just on
Safari
there.
worked. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
When I didn't use Safari, I just use Google, but I just go out and go back in, and then it's there. So.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work, please reach out to us. We'll help you with that. But I am going, because every time, so, right now, because a lot of the problem is MT4, MT5, just so you guys know. A lot of brokers have left MT4, MT5 because you have to be, first of all, you can't, they're not allowing Forex brokers on MT4, MT5, just so you guys know that. MT4, MT5 isn't, MetaTrader isn't allowing Forex brokers. So that's the reason why a lot of brokers have went to their own platforms or have went somewhere else, because it's a MetaTrader thing. They're not allowing Forex brokers on their site. And so that's what that is. So the brokers that you do see are either prop firms or futures, because this is really crazy that they're saying that they're doing all of this stuff with Forex to protect US residents, but you still allow prop firms on it, which have been causing the most scams. But whatever. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna leave that as food for thought. So yeah, so that's the reason. So part of the problem that you're having is they've MT4 and MT5 have reprogrammed their whole system. And so a lot of times we have to go in and individually connect the API for that broker, download all their settings to our server, and then it'll go through. So a lot of times that's
Okay.
the issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. All right, so it's getting a little close to time, so I'm going to go ahead and start sharing. Oh, I got to make my screen smaller first. Start sharing my screen and getting into the trade. So the trade that we do, I explained it, but the trade that we do is a really quick trade. As we get, more into the actual challenge, as people are all acclimated, their accounts are all set up, things like that. We'll start doing, you really can come on about 6:15, because it'll simply be us putting the trade in, letting the trade go out, because it literally hits in a minute or two, and we're done for the day. And that's what it's meant to be. Literally that simple. You go in, get your mana for the day, and you're done. And then move on with your day. So that is how it was given to me. So
Hey, Miss Darnice, you'll be doing
yes,
that on the evenings too?
the daily bread trade, no,
Yes, ma'am.
no, sir.
Okay.
The daily bread trade is, we just do it in the morning. Now, that's not to say that, again, like I said, that is how it was given to me. Okay. So I don't, and so that's of course how I teach it. But you got, I'm giving you guys tools is what I'll say. I'll put it that way. I'm giving you guys tools, and then, you have to seek your spirit on how to use those tools. So that's how I look at it. I'm giving you guys a tool, how because I don't tell you guys when to trade. You guys trade kind of when you trade. So that's the same manner. I'm telling you the manner in which it was intended and the purpose and how it's intended. Also, I think LaDonna Booker, she spoke, and I'm saying her whole name, I'm sorry, but she spoke last week about something that was dropped in her spirit, as far as, you know, the compounding effect of it, and, you know, it helping people to reach millionaire status. And so there's a lot of ways that you can do the daily bread. There's a lot of ways that you can trade. That's all a part of creating your trading plan. And so when you work on your trading plan, maybe, you know, your trading plan will consist of, you know, 2 daily bread trades, because you need to make 2 daily bread trades to make your goal amount. 2 daily bread trades, and you trade between maybe, you know, 10 and 12, because that's when you have a break from work. And then you trade again between 4 and 6, you know, because right before you get ready with your kids. And that's your trading plan. That's the times. And then it'll be I trade this type of trade. I have this type of entry and I have this type of exit. And that's your trading plan. That's writing the vision, making it plain. So once you have that trading plan together, then it's a matter of, okay, I'm going to become disciplined and execute the same way every time. And that's how that works. And so I'm giving you guys ways or methods to do this, you know, to create this income or this income stream. And then you decide for yourself what pieces, you know, how you put your tool belt together. Did that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see here. Let me get, all right. So I have I'm on MT4, not MT5. I'm sorry. Because I was going to trade with this one, but I need to trade with this. All right. And literally, so basically the daily bread is inside of KXC Trading. If you go to KXC Trading, you'll see this dash. This is the page that'll come up. And you go to Trade Manager and Daily Bread. This one that says new trade is a way to manage your trade, but this is the actual EA for the daily bread. And what they were speaking of is the accounts. You go and load your account. They were getting stuck at the loading account screen. Yeah, see, like here it's doing that. Oh, I know. I think I know why. It's okay. I know why it's loading. I know what's going on. Aha. You know what? I think I figured out what is happening. Give me a moment, you guys, because mine isn't coming up. Oh, shoot. Let me pause my sharing for a minute. He's working, my IT guy was working on some stuff, and I think he paused some stuff. So that may be why your Nina, your account is not logging, because he has to redeploy it. And I can redeploy it, but I need to make sure. Yeah, he probably has you probably has some people not deployed. Okay. Okay. That's all right. Let me see now. Is this gonna work? So we enter into our trade about 6:28. So we have about 6:20 Um, Anybody have any particular thing that they want us to try trading? Any particular asset that is a indice, metal, gold, metal or oil, something that moves fast.
Mass.
NAS, okay. NAS is dropping right now. That's what we see on the screen. I don't know what. Let's see here. Let me just log out and log back in. So none of my accounts are loading today. Okay.
Maybe on the Safari it'll work.
Let me try. I don't even, let's see, I don't even have Safari. Let's see.
Oh, or what is it? Firefox, I think for Windows. You could do Firefox.
Yeah, they had to make a change over the weekend. This is crazy. None of my accounts are loading, so that's what's weird. Let's see. I wonder. Let me pause for a minute. Okay, you know what? There we go. It worked. God is good. Okay. So I don't know. I think the server was rebooting or something, but there it is. It works. All right. And I got 2 minutes to log in. So, all right. So you want to do NAS. Let's see. Yep. All right. We're going to do NAS. And all you do here is you simply put in the symbol that you're going to be using. You're going to put, I click off a trailing stop loss and one closes the other. What it is it's creating 3 orders, all of them entering at 10 points above or below. It's going to put in a buy stop and a sell stop. Order 1, order 2, and order 3. 1 at 5, take profit of 5 points, 1 at 8, and 1 at 12. There's some other things that you could do also. You can do dynamic lot sizes. You can set an initial stop loss. I don't do any of that. So basically, according to my account, I can do about a 1.5 lot size, pretty safely. I'm sorry, a 1 lot size, because I'm actually doing 3, because you're doing 3 orders. So it's actually entering 3. And I don't think, I'll go through how to figure that out for your account. It's 627. That's literally all you have to do. And then at 628, I simply click submit, and I'm done. That's all we do. And then the trade manager takes over from there. Let me find Trading View and put on that so we can look and see. That's on the daily, what it's doing. So we see it has this big move up. It has a zone here that it's about to go to. It's going to an ultimate resistance area. So it may kick up to here and then kick back down. So let's see what it's going to do. It's 628. I'm going to click submit. You'll see this is the same. Did I click submit? Oh my gosh. Something's going on. This is not my day today. Come on. It's not the market price. There it goes. All right. Just a quick refresh. Sorry about this. So it'll come up and say that the order was done, but you'll see it created 3 buy stops and 3 sell stops. So I'm going to open up this page. And basically, we just allow it to do its work. Once it activates one side or the other, it will close the opposing side. But as far as you, right now, your work is done. You allow the market to do what it's going to do. There are some things in place in case it goes, we have a hedge that we teach in case it, goes, opens both sides or it goes awry. We do have some protective factors that we can put in. And if that happens, I'll show you guys. I tried to do it in a video, but I guess it wasn't ready for me to put it out yet. So we'll see. We got a minute before the market opens. It's still in the middle, as you can see. So we'll just see what the market does at 6:30.
Did you put something down under open price?
No, I didn't. So I put it in at market price, because what it's doing, it's and I'll explain it after we about to go into profit here. 6:30 hit, so you can see it activated the sells, and you can see the profit starting to come here. Again, you can manually close at any time. If you wanted to close, I could come in and close these manually at any time. You can close your in profit, at any time, if you feel like, oh, it's making you nervous and you're in profit, you want to click out. But as soon as, this red line, asking bid price, the bid price goes past it, it'll go. And I'm just going to manually close these buy stops because the sell stops already activated. We're about to go into profit. Close these. Just because I don't want them to activate on the other side. Mm. And I want to show you guys this on the other screen, but what it's doing. But it's going to come back down. Remember, right before I said it's got a resistant area. It goes in and retests those support and resistance areas, and that's what it's doing. You can tell by the way the candle is moving that it's going. It's doing. Where is this? Where is that? You could tell by I could tell by the candle that it was at this resistance area, and it had went back up to test that area. That's what it was doing. So let's see. Is it breaking through? Let me take some of this stuff off of my screen. So, okay. Shoot, let me go back to the other one. Take this out. So this is what I wanted to be able to show you guys. All righty, here. Is it going to do it? Is it going to allow me to do it? Okay. The double top. Yeah, it's a double top right here. Okay, so it broke that double top, I believe. Yep, it broke that double top. So this is what I wanted to actually be able to show you guys. So price kind of got out of control. We can see it started, it activated the first one. You know, price is like, oh my gosh, I'm negative. You know, this is when we start to get nervous. I want to make sure that this candle closes before I put in this trade is what I'm trying to look for. And this is where the hedge comes in. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So it's breaking this. It's not closed yet. So what I wanted to show you guys was the hedge of protection. What will protect your account? So this, of course, looks ugly, right? And I know it's like, oh my gosh, I'm losing money. But you want to make sure that when you do put in the hedge of protection, and I'm going to just go ahead and put it in. I have two. What do I have? Where am I? I have a lot size of 2, right? I know as soon as I put it in, it's going to go back down. But I have 2. Thank you. I have 2 of a lot size of 2 right now because I have 2 1 lot size orders. Okay, I'm gonna just do it and I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm at $1,000 right now, pretty much. When I put in that 2, and I'm gonna put in a buy, I'm gonna put in whatever's opposite of what I have right now. I know this candle. I want this candle to, because the point is you want to make sure that you're not putting it in out of fear, that you're putting it in out of a sound. You've made a sound judgment based on an analysis no lower than the 15-minute. So based on this 15-minute, there's a potential double top here, but you're looking at this candle that is going up, but I still have 10 minutes. Well, of course, you don't want to sit here for 10 minutes, right? Going up and up and up and up. So you can put the hedge in, but it just basically puts you in a situation where you're going to have to take it back out, right? So for me, and it takes, it's not difficult. It's just, it's a little bit more time that you have to trade rather than knowing for sure, like not for sure, but knowing that this really was going outside of the trade pattern. Right now, until it you know, for me, until it goes above this double top right here, this potential double top, and it's got 9 minutes. If this closes below this double top, then it's kind of like it's a resistant area that it wasn't able to break, and it's going to go back down. So for me, if I was, trading this, I wouldn't put my hedge in yet, unless, this was just taking my accounts to some outrageous number. And this isn't an outrageous number for me, for my trading, for my level. So you base your lot size in getting into the daily bread based on, knowing that, like, if this is an outrageous number for you, then you would go in with maybe a 0.5 or a 0.1 or point whatever. So, I can help you guys decide, and I call it my risk tolerance. What risk can I tolerate? And that's going to be different for everybody. See, I know it's coming down just because of this double top. Until that double top has closed above that double, what this is potentially a double top here, it hasn't made a higher high either. If you're looking at higher highs, higher lows, as far as the trend continuing up, there's so many different reasons why it hasn't told me yet to put a hedge in, right? But basically, I could put that hedge in, I could put a 2 in, and what that does is it keeps my loss at whatever it is until the market finishes doing what it's doing. And then once I know it's done doing what it's doing, and it's made a solid pattern of buying or selling, then I put in another trade, because like, I'm gonna just show it really quick. Every time I say this, it goes back down. But if I put in, I put it in, it'll basically, my loss, because I'll have a buy and sell in, it'll keep my loss right around this value. It just kind of goes against itself, keep going back and forth against itself, because you have a buy and a sell in, and that's what a hedge is. It's like it's hedging against itself. So you're going to profit on if I was, on the buy, you're going to a loss in the sell, but it's by the same amount. And so it basically puts that hedge of a protection around this loss amount until the market has determined, that has went back to a set pattern, and then you add another trade, and that profit from that new trade will eat up the loss. And it's easier to see, but we, about 5 minutes to see what this candle's gonna do. But I'm just gonna put it in anyway, and then go from there. I don't believe it's going. So I'm gonna put in the trade just to show you guys how it contains your loss, basically. And then when a new trade, whether that's when the market decides on a buy or sell, then you go in. Let me just do this. So what is this? Buying, I'm selling, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go in and I'll put in. So by putting in that buy for, you see how it's staying between 1,094, 1,092. It's just staying right there. So that contains, if that number was $500, $2,000, whatever, it contains that. It contains your loss at that amount. And what that does is, once this decides that it's going to go down or it's going to go up, and I have solid proof of that, not just me thinking and just putting in, oh, I see this big drop, I'm going to put in another sell. It needs to be solidified by something that makes sense on your chart, such as what I told you that it was, and I knew it was going to do it, but I wanted to show you guys, such as the fact that it has a double top here. It's going to continue going down. It wasn't able to close. If you look on the lower time frame, you'll see that it wasn't able to break above. Basically, it'll be a resistance area here. It wasn't able to break above this resistance area, so on and so forth. So that would be your indication to, get into another, you would basically open, I would basically open another trade in the size, and you can stagger it if you want. You can start with, I'm going to do a sell with, a 1. I generally just do a 2, the same thing, once I know for sure that it's going in the opposite direction. And then let me see if I can show you guys. I'll just show you guys. And of course, you want to practice this until you get good at it. And as far as, and this works on anything you trade, but I know until it makes that 645 determination, which is that next 15-minute candle. Until it makes that determination there, I wouldn't put in another trade, because it doesn't matter if you put in another buy or another sell. It doesn't matter, because again, we have to remember that it's, a lot of times we get caught up on our analysis, and that's what messes us up, because we get stuck on the analysis that, like, we have the need to be right about it, but it doesn't matter. Your analysis can be right, but it may not be happening at that time. And so we have to just trade based on the way the market tells us. And so if the market is telling me that it's not ready to go up, then I'm going to listen. And I'm not going to say, okay, but everything that the patterns you're showing is all, bullish patterns. Yeah, but it may be. But the timing, the time maybe, yeah, I don't want to do it yet. So we just follow the patterns of the market. And so that's that third, that third trade, or that next trade would be a buy or a sell based on market conditions. It's not based on, oh, well, I was originally in a sell, so my third trade is going to be a sell, or, or it's now buying, so I'm going to do a buy. It's based off of you going back into the market and making a conscious decision. And if you don't know what that is yet, leave it. If it's ranging, leave it. It's not going to go any more above this number. So and this number should be your risk tolerance number. It's not, and that's in any way that you trade. That's how, God gave me the hedge of protection. And it's why I'm able to trade so calmly, is why I'm able to trade without fear and panic and, oh my gosh, it's doing this, because I know that I have that hedge of protection round about me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make a solid decision. I'm going to contain my loss. And if I'm if I'm nervous or I'm anxious or whatever, I'm going to go away from the screen, gather myself, and then come back when I'm in a sound mind. And then I'm able to analyze the market and say, okay, look, because it's making higher highs and higher lows, it's in a bullish trend. Now that it's trending, I can wait for a pullback and enter my third trade. And then it'll start to eat up any deficient, any loss that I have at that point. So as you see, it's not, even if that it's not going, it's contained that loss there. Let's see here. So this is giving us 7 more seconds. And we know I can't stand in the market to just be doing stuff. All right. So we could see here that, I waited for that 15. I don't do any analysis under the 15-minute, just so you know, because it's too easy to be manipulated by banks. So, 15-minute is too, but we're doing, I do that for scalping type trading. So we can see here that it broke above this. So it broke that resistance area, right? If we look to the left on this, we see all clear candles, and, there's no resistance. There's no blue candles in here. So more than likely, if someone wanted to take a position trade, this would be a good time to take a position trade that's probably going to go all the way up to here. Because as you can see, even on the 15 minutes, which is a low time frame, there's no resistance. Probably if you went to the 5-minute, you might see some resistance here, right? So I'm gonna go to the 5-minute really quick to show you guys what I mean. So on the 5-minute, you see some resistance. So this is that one candle resistance we just broke above. The next place of resistance is kind of in this area. Let me get this tool. The next, area of resistance is kind of right here, right? Let me take that all the way over. Right? That's our next area of resistance. This is that area it just broke above. It just hit this, this level of resistance, and that's why you see this resistance going down. So this right here, once it breaks above here, would be a good level. You see, you just got your blue going on your indicator for the current price. Came down, went up. So this is a pullback. It's probably going to come and retest this area down here. Nice position trade setting up. I can see on NASDAQ for a buy. Nice position trade that is setting up. But looking at what we're doing, we can see it's still playing around. It's nothing significant to give me. This is a range. It's ranging. Nothing significant to give me the go ahead to enter into that third trade. So this class is for an hour. It's 6:47 now. So if the class, I'm going to end at 7, but I'm going to continue the video so that, I can place it in the video library on our YouTube channel so you guys can see how the hedge, the Daily Bread hedge plays out. I want you guys to see that. So even if it doesn't give me the opportunity to finish it while we're on this call, because it's going back and forth right now. It's ranging. So you don't want to get in that third trade while you're ranging. You want to make sure that you're not into that trade until it's told you that it's ready to go one direction or the other. And there's a lot of rules to the third trade that we teach in our membership class. There's a lot more to it, but I'm giving you guys generalities about it. But most importantly, what is critical that you understand is that it contains your loss. Let me see what it's doing. But yeah, we can see even on our pillars, this consists of like 6 different indicators that let us know when it's bullish or bearish. We can see our higher time frames are bearish, and then we got neutral, which are gray, and then a couple high mid time frames, the 15 and 30 are bullish. So that tells me that overall it's pretty much bearish, but we may be in a pullback or a retracement. So that's why you have that move up. You got that move up. But I said that when I looked at the charts in the beginning that it would possibly move up and then go back down. Another thing that you could do also is put a fib on this move. Put a fib on this 15-minute move here. And it doesn't matter if you use bodies or wicks, it's kind of just preference. As long as you do the same on both sides, doesn't really matter. But you can see it's going into this 50% area, 50 to 61, which is the golden zone. So that's a normal retracement. So it could be retracing to that zone and then coming back to continue the downward trend, or it could go all the way up to the 78.6, which I call the last line of defense, or past the 100, which would be a reversal. So just looking at the fib on this lets me know that, yeah, it has the potential to just be retracing and going back down. So until it makes a move, either of course, I'm not going to wait that long till it goes above, but a move above it or below it, would let me know. It's just letting me know that it's doing a normal thing, basically. It's nothing out of the norm. There's no abnormal stuff going on. And that's the 15-minute. So let me go back down to the 5, take this off. Yeah, and see. So it broke above this. Is it closed? Oh, it's got 3 minutes. But this break above this would give me reason to now say, okay, I already know it's going up, like I showed you when going to the left. There's no resistance until it gets to kind of this area. So I already know it's going up. So, but I wanted to make sure that I'm instructing you guys and showing you guys a less aggressive, I'm more aggressive trader. But yeah, see, it broke above that. You can see it's still at the same amount, but this is where you would go in, and I just want you guys to at least start to see how it eats this up. I want you guys to at least get to see. So I'm gonna go, let me see what my 1 minute is doing. If I got a good entry on the 1 minute. Yeah, that works. I don't like this candle here. Yeah, see. I don't like this. This is they dragonfly doji, they call it all different things, but I call it an indecision candle. Nobody's really winning. It's not blue, it's not, it's blue, but it's, the body of it, it's so minuscule that it's basically like a tug of war. And usually when that happens, it goes the opposite way. So after this doesn't make a lower low, if this doesn't make a lower low, that's a good entry. That's a good entry for, letting me know the pullback is over. It continue to make higher highs and higher lows. I can enter my third position to start eating up that balance. It's got 7 minutes. Let's see if we're gonna do it. Oh, yeah, see, it didn't break above it on my 5 minute. This is a candle I was looking to see. Did it break above on my 5? Let's see here. So I got dark green. Oh, no, I don't. Headed. So see this, them not being able to close above this ultimate resistance. For me, it tells me to wait. Sorry. Got a lot of wiki candles on the top, which tells me it's rejecting sellers. If you look all through here, it's a lot of wiki candles, and the longer wick is on the top. That's the rejection. I mean, of the buyers. I said sellers. I meant buyers, though. Rejection of the buyers. So we really want something to close above this resistance area to really let us know that it's time to enter that third position in a buy or not. So as soon as every time this tells me it's some sellers up here, which is generally what's in this area. This is, this is kind of like my 786 area. It's generally sellers in that area where those two reds, and it's where these two green is usually buyers. So we just want to make sure that we're making a sound judgment call when we enter into that third trade. Got 3 minutes. I'm gonna just do it just to show you guys how it eats up. So you would do, so we have, two a sell, two buys. So you would just go ahead and do another buy. No, it's not gonna let me. I don't have, my balance isn't big enough. That's what it is. See, let's do one at a time. So you'll see it'll start, when this goes into profit, it'll start to eat up this balance. See, the balance was, it's going back and forth, but that's why you want to make sure. So it's down to 1,058, it's going to eat up this balance. And that's the purpose of, that's how that works. And one of the things that I teach is you never let this balance get to zero once you're in profit. You simply close it and continue. But you never close these ones. But and it continue to eat this up. So you see it's dropping down. And because I only have one, because instead of two, it would go much faster if I had, two. I had the same amount, that it would go much faster. But I just wanted you guys to see how it works, and see in this situation what I would do, especially if I see it start to go down. So whatever amount that I have here that I make, I hit it against one of these cells. So it gives me more margin, so I could put in a bigger, buy. The next time I go around, I could put in a bigger, it's going to hit a bigger amount if I'm making sense. So, or you can leave it alone and wait till it goes all the way up. If you're confident, if you've done your analysis and you have confidence, you don't have to mess with it all. Just let it do what it does. You could do that as well. But, I'm going to show you this. See, I know it's going, okay. It adjusted, it moved up. So watch it. It's right when it gets ready to hit this area. We know that I boxed that area as an area of resistance. So we know that you can get some pushback once it hits there. So that's why this is dropping. But again, I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, see, see, and that's what you don't do. You don't let it go to zero. You click out and save that profit, and you enter another. And, until it eats up whatever your loss is. Anybody have any questions? Okay, well, it's 7:01. I'm gonna keep this going because I want to show how I get out of this trade, and I want to have that video available in the how I get out of this trade without a loss, I'll say. And I want to have that video available for you guys in the video library and on our YouTube page. So, but everybody that, you guys are, if you don't have any questions, comments, concerns, then you guys are welcome to exit off of the class while I continue this. But if you do, it's up to you kind of what you want to do. I have a class at 8 o'clock. Today is Monday and Wednesday are the intermediate advanced. So we'll go through, Monday, Wednesday, intermediate advanced. We'll go through some more training on my indicator, talk more about that, and, go from there. So I wish you guys all a blessed day. Have a wonderful day at work, school, whatever you do. And I'm going to sit this out and allow this to continue so that I can show how I would work this trade, get out of this trade without being in a loss, that hedge of protection. So,
Hi,
see you
Denise,
guys.
it's Tanya. I just
Hi.
wanted to say thank you. I think this is a great example for us because a lot of
Mm.
us have been in a situation like this. So you showing us how to manage it is, going to be very useful. Profitable.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
Agreed.
I'm gonna put both up. I'm trying to put up both of the charts so I can see them both. That's what I was trying, and I missed. Yeah, so it's hitting this resistance. I messed up. I should have took, I was about to take some of this, the money that I had made, but I was trying to get my charts right so I could see what's going on. Because that's what you would have done. I would have taken the 100 and however much it was, and then hit it as it dropped. I would have hit it against one of these accounts, closed it against it by that value, closed that value. So if it was $150, I would have closed $150 of loss against this one. And yeah, so that's why you can't be distracted when you're trading. But I'm not, I'm good. Like I said, this one of the rules is this one should never go into a loss. Never, which I'm not doing right now. So I'm not being a good example. And say like in this example right now, you think that it's hit this resistance area and it's, it's starting to, add back up onto your account, it's going down. You simply would remove the issue. So if this was the issue, of course you want to wait and make sure that again, it still didn't make a lower low. So it's not telling you that it's a downtrend yet. You need to make sure that you're not operating in fear. That, a lot of times we operate in fear of our balance. rather than looking at the market and saying, what is the market doing? We know market structure, but because we operate in fear, we're not able to see it. So that's the whole thing. You know, my cousin says to me all the time, you know, don't worry about what you see, worry about what you saw, you know, and she's basically speaking on faith, you know, telling me, you know, what did God tell you? What did he give you? And don't look at what the circumstances in front of you look like. And that's the same thing I'm telling you. What do you see? And don't look at what this candle is doing or what your balance is doing. Look at what you saw in the market, or the analysis that you took. What did you, what is gonna, if it's going from a bullish market to a bearish market, you have to see something different. And until you see something different, don't worry about what the candles is doing. That's the, you know, that's just what's in front of you. You know, what is it? Has it changed like this? You know, we know that it has to, you know, in order for it to change, this is you know, that you can consider this a low, but for me, it would be this area. It has to drop below this area for it to now tell me that it is now okay. It's selling. You know, it has to give me a reason to believe that, a valid reason to believe that I need to change my analysis and change my trading plan, or change whatever I was doing and switch to something different. Because we know this is the 1 minute. Banks can manipulate the 1 minute. That's why they call these big candles institution candles, because the institutions drive them. It's not the market. That's why people don't do it. You know, they do their analysis on higher time frames, because if they manipulated a daily candle, they putting trillions of dollars in to do that. And they're not going to do that. So they manipulate the lower time frame candles, knowing that retail traders, you know, don't have necessarily the expertise in the area, and they could be manipulated easily. So until market structure gives you something different, don't get scared of your balance, because he's given us a hedge. Look at this and see at market structure and say, has it given me something to change my plan? And see, for me, it's coming back to where I was at before, but I look at it like, I'm not scared. I look at it like, that's an extra $125 I could have had off of the amount I'm trying to get out of. You know, so it's like, okay, I'm going to have to trade a little longer because I missed that $125. But am I concerned about this loss? Not at all. It just means that I have to trade a little longer. And I believe that everything, you know, has a purpose. And so if I have to trade a little longer, then it's something I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I understand that, you know, oh, I messed up, I didn't take this, or I didn't do this. But, you know, he says everything works together for his good. So that's what, even the things that we perceive as bad, everything works together. So that's how I see, you know, that's how I see it. So we know we're coming back up to this resistance area. And more than likely it needed this big candle to push through this area. So you see where how it's knocking down our balance. Now we know we're about to come to 2 more resistance areas. So we want to protect the profit, of course, that we got. We want to make sure we're paying attention to that. Because we already know, based on using my tool, that we're coming to this area. So we know that. So we want to keep a close watch of this and make sure that we don't let it drop too much. because we know we're at a resistance area. So it hit that resistance area. We got a rejection candle afterwards. It's gonna probably come back and retest this. If it goes, I'm trying to see if it goes any lower. Let me look to a 30-second and see really quickly what I got. So I got that candle there. So yeah, I'm gonna, oh, I just right one. Let's see if I get it back on this one. Nope, I should have got out. Let's see. I knew it was going down to retest. Come on, 4 seconds. Are you gonna go back up? Okay, I'm gonna exit out of that one. So the reason I exited out of that one, because I feel it's gonna drop down some more and come down to possibly retest this area. So let me show you how that works there, if I can move this thing out the way. All right, so if you look at your account history, you'll see that I made, $50 from earlier, but $234 right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that $234 like a credit. And I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm going to hit $234 against one of these, right? I'm going to modify my order or do what I call a partial close. And I don't, let me see. This everything is in the way. And I knew, okay, I can't do it right now because it's going back up. Don't do me today, okay? See, I'm not used to working on MT4. I'm gonna tell you guys, I knew it was gonna do that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to partially close it, but it closed the entire thing. So let me show you what I did. I did not want to do that. So it closed $859, right? And 234. So what I'm gonna do is 234 plus what we currently have in profit is plus 644. Oh, wait a minute. 234 plus 644, whatever. It's about 800. So it's about the same amount. It's about 859, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of this profit to keep this as well. And now, let me show you. Close that profit. Now, I basically only have 850, whatever, 800, whatever amount that, and it's dropping because price is dropping. So now, at first it was what, 1,000 and something. If I look at my account history, it's about 620 and 234, almost exactly. So that's 854 that I have, and this is 859. So that kind of balances that out. So I'm $5. And then now I just have to deal with this one. But by closing that out, I now can go, back to back. So what do I want to do first? I want to isolate my loss. Remember, I want to isolate it by putting in a buy or sell, whatever the opposing is. Unless I think that this is going to continue down, then I wait till it gets to as low as possible of where I believe it's going to drop before I isolate that number, right? But you don't want it to go higher. You only want it to go lower. So I'm going to go ahead and isolate it. I have a sell in. Oh, wait a minute. Let's wait. Let's say because I keep getting these 30-second candles. Let me show you. These 30-second candles that we're not able to go back above here. That's what that is. So it could possibly drop, and I can let this go down as far as it goes down. Right? So let's see if it's going to drop below this. It's fighting this previous support resistance that became support. Sorry. I don't have my drink here. That's why my voice is getting kind of weird. So let's see if it's going to drop some more. Okay. But I hope you guys can see how it's working out as far as dropping what our loss was. Our loss was what, 1,000 and something when we first started this hedge, and now it's going down more and more. So it's not, it's a matter of not operating in fear. Just, if you got to put a hedge in, like I'm going to go ahead and put another hedge in. What is this? We're at about 800. I really know it's going to come back down, but I really want you guys to see that you have a tool to not operate in fear and be able to use the skills that were given to you or that were taught to you as it relates to trading. A lot of the times it's the psychology that we're operating in that messes us up, whether that's, greed, our own greed that we're working in. Like, we know we shouldn't be in a trade, but we saw that big candle spike up, so we chased the trade, but we know we're not supposed to. Or, we're operating in FOMO, fear of missing out. Like, oh my gosh, look at that. Well, but that's not your setup. That's in your trading plan. That's not your setup. So you shouldn't be operating in that. You shouldn't even be going after that. You just seeing a big candle and I'm jumping in. That's not you, but that is not the setup that's in your trading plan. Stick with the discipline, stick with your trading plan. What else is that? There's a lot of different things that come into play that cause us to mess up when we don't, maintain our discipline or whatever it is that we need to do. It's not necessarily our skill set. It's not necessarily our skill set. What trading has taught me so much about my own personal self. And, originally when I started this, I thought this was going to be about trading, but it's really not. It's about, self. It's about, finding out about myself, finding out about my purpose, finding about who I am, whose I am, and what I was created to do. We can see we're down to $300, we're of a loss where we were, and probably was less than that looking at this candle. But, and you can, if you want, you can isolate it there. If you think that's where it's going to end, isolate it there. But using our chart, we can see it's continuing down. Again, that big candle, like I said, them institution candles are manipulation candles. They went up, they drove, people that were selling, they took all of their money, hit all their stops, and then they're coming right back to market. What market was doing in the first place, it was selling. So again, having that hedge of protection allows us to, outwit the manipulation. Like, okay, I'm going to just wait till they done manipulating all them other people, and we're going to do kingdom trading. I'm going to wait till they finish manipulating all of them other people, and I'm going to sit with my hedge of protection with my cup of coffee, tea, whatever it may be, and I'm going to chill. When they done, I can just take off my hedge, and it's going to let my position come right back to profit. And that's what's going to end up happening. If not, we keep knocking it down a little bit at a time, chiseling off a little bit of the loss at a time, like I did with the original hedge, with the other, that third, what I call the third position. We see we're getting some resistance here, but my chart is telling you this blue line is a resistance. It's support and resistance line. You're going to get some resistance there. So, you already know that. So you know what to do. Either you put in another position to isolate that number, or you wait it out and say, oh, it's still ranging right here. It hasn't shown me nothing to make me get into to isolate it yet. It's all based on your risk tolerance, your temperance. your ability to kind of see. So you can see where it's kind of steady going down. We almost back to where we need to be. We're at 188 and still dropping. Now we're running into this big support right here. You know, we got this big support right here. So let's see what it does. We already knew that though. So you could have literally put in another buy. You could have took that $139 loss and said, I can, you know, wait to, it's so many different things. It's all based on your trading plan. Or I'm going to continue to wait. I know it's going to keep going down. I'm going to continue to wait all the way until it comes back. Because remember, it was moving downward anyway before 6:30 opening bell, which is one of the times that banks, institutions, etc., manipulate the market. We already know that. They say it to us all the time. We know that. That's a known. We know that. So it's no big news. But we also know that right after it goes back to market structure. Anybody have any questions or comments on what they've seen so far? No, okay. Well, we're gonna keep waiting. I got about 10 minutes because I have an 8 o'clock class. I'm gonna take 30 minutes, but if it goes back down to like 100 and something again, I might just click out of it. But I think this video gives you guys the gist of what is available in learning the hedge, what options, how it opens up, you know, options and changes your whole trading mindset when looking at having this tool in your tool belt. So I hope that you guys can see that from this video. Five minutes. I'm hoping it finishes it in the next 5 minutes. 3 more minutes. But I think you guys get the gist of it, even if I have to close out early. Hopefully it'll take it to its take profit and I won't have to do anything. But you know, hopefully you guys got the gist of what the hedge does and how this could how this could dramatically change your trading and how you trade. So hopefully you guys have gathered that. When God gave it to me, I could tell you I abused it. I didn't use it properly. Sometimes he gives us things ahead of time. And then we have to, as we mature, then we're able to see its intended purpose and how we're supposed to use it properly. And so, yeah, I had to learn. And I'm sure there's so much more to it, to the things he's given me. I'm just here. So, but yeah, it's playing back and forth with this support zone, but it's definitely going to go forward. But like I said, in 2 minutes, I have to take some time to get ready for my my class at 8. Oh, yeah. There we go. So, woo, it did it just at 7:30. God is good. That's funny. So anyway, you guys got to see the hedge in full effect. You saw that we were at $1,090 something in a loss. We walked through that calmly, peacefully, letting the market do what it does. And we got out of that basically with and we did so we made 80 and 30 because this all wiped each other out right here. So we made, what is 80 plus 30, $130. Yeah, I'm counting right. Yeah, $130. And without any panic, without anything. And we could have made more, I would have put in, another entry or whatever, but I just wanted you guys to see the purity of the hedge. And yeah, $130 an hour, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. An hour and a half we've been on here. But I started the trade in 6:30. So it's not bad. Just really wanted you to see that trading the way, and I call it kingdom trading, you don't have to operate in fear. And that's really, it's our mindset. It's more than our skill set. It is our mindset that will make the difference. And so, God gave me, another portion of this platform, which is called Divine Design, and where we help people, with their mindset and help them with, figuring out who they, what their purpose is and so on and so forth. And so, but I have learned that the mindset, when he said he has a peace that surpasses all understanding, it really is. Because if I had done that trade a few years ago, yeah, I would have been mad. My husband can't talk to me, all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, he don't even like coming around me when I'm trading. But it's not the same anymore. And I try to tell him like, no, you can talk to me now, and it's not the same. I'm good. But he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna leave you alone while you're trading. So I just really want you guys to understand that it is the mindset more importantly than the skill set, the mindset. And so if we can get that right, we're good, we're golden. So if I'm gonna leave with that, if nobody else has any question, comments, concerns before I go. All right, well, thank you guys all for joining with me this morning on the Daily Bread. You guys have a blessed and prosperous day. I will see you guys either tonight at the class, another time. Have a wonderful day. Closing it off. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.